Hello and welcome to another episode of TerraTech. It's your host, Slim with the Silver Dragon. Last time we completed the walls, finally, through a montage video. And I believe there's one last little bit of work for me to do here. I'm going to take all these blocks I have stacked over to the side of me, and other various parts, and start building some singular structures that will dot the inside of this particular settlement of defenses. However, in the meantime, I think I'm going to do a little bit of harvesting while I wait for some of these trees inside the area to grow back, because I would like to build around them, not directly on top of them, if I can help it. And the reason for that is because I would like to keep them here and not have them spring up in the middle of my buildings or have any other anomalies occur, if I can help it. So I'm going to go and do some mining first, and I might go ahead and make note, or record. I'll probably record that, just because I'm going to be doing some of that waiting and mining as a result. And if you're interested in seeing that, that will probably be what's happening next. Aside from that, I'm going to go and see, once I've actually gotten all these resources like collected and stuff, and I've got the base set up, I think my next objective outside of building a base and all that, part of the reason why I want to wanted to build this base is because it's a great just area to start doing all the things that I would otherwise take forever to get around to. I think that basically once I have the base all established and built and constructed and organized and all of that is out of the way, I can probably start just taking some time to like learn all the recipes that the refineries take, and then eventually apply that to all of let's see here, my brain is kind of like stopped for a moment. Oh yeah, what I plan on doing is trying to learn all the refinery tricks and facets that I can. That way I can just look at a big list of them on the pop-up and see like, okay, what did I need again? And look at it like, okay, I wanted this part. I need these materials, and then I can just go ahead and plug them in and then build them on the fly rather than having to spend money to purchase the part. Of course, I'm going to have to collect some resources for all that, but I'm pretty sure it won't be that big a deal. It's just a matter of just having the resources on hand, which by the time I'm set up and everything, I'll probably have that organized, not need to worry about it anymore. So, yeah, I think it'll be fine. That's something I'm going to do in the once I have the base fully established. And then once I've gone through all of that processing and such, and I don't have much left on the agenda for that, I think I'll go and build a few more vehicles. And I do have one more major plan I'd like to do, which is to make one gigantic super titanic grand base, mobile base. Now I'm pretty sure that upon making it, I'm gonna not probably ever use it, because the game will probably spam gigantic enemies at me, which will cause the game to become unplayable. So once I do make the vehicle, I'm probably just gonna leave it sitting there forever, for all ages to come. Much like a normal base would go, you just leave it sitting there. Because I wouldn't want to have to deal with giant on enemies that cause the game to lag every time I want to go somewhere in it. So it's mostly going to be just like, okay, let's build a giant mobile base and then never use it. Maybe if the game gets more optimized, I can come back and reconsider it or something. But in the meantime, that's one of my future. That's another future project I want to get around to after this central base is done. Just building a giant mobile base. And then after I've done the giant mobile base and this base is done, and maybe I've made like a very cool airplane base. An airplane base. Now, that's something. That's not exactly what it meant, though. A giant flying base. That'd be kind of cool, though. That's an interesting idea. Giant mobile flying fortress. Maybe like have it swoop down and shoot the daylights out of enemies from above. That'd be kind of fun and interesting. Hey, what's that over there? I can't quite tell. Let's see here. It looks like a hovercraft of some sort. It's got something pulsing on one side there. Can't tell exactly. It's got wings. I don't see any guns, though. Oh, I think I'm at the backside of it. Yeah, that's probably the backside of this vehicle that I'm seeing there. Looks like its thrusters are... I think those are thrusters that are pulsing right there at the moment. You know, it might be a good thing to take that on, because it's big enough, it'd probably earn me some good cash to tear it apart and collect the parts for cash. Not sure how effective it would be for me to attack it, though, because it looks like it'd be fairly fast and dangerous to contend with. I mean, if it's really fast, it'll be hard for me to catch it. That's the problem. That's why it would be dangerous. If I can't catch it with my melee weapons, it basically means I can't hurt it. And if I can't hurt it, that means it can eventually peck me down to nothing if I'm not careful. Depending on what kind of armaments it has. Oh, it's crashed into a rock. Huh, maybe I can go ahead and take it out then. It does seem kind of stuck. So maybe... yeah. Okay. Well, it came loose. Maybe if I can slam into the front of it. I think I just took off most of its weapons. Yeah, most of its weapons are toast. Hey, a hover piece. I need more of those. It's still got a forward cannon there. Let's take that off. Pop! So much for your weapons, eh? Now you're just kind of flipping over, huh? Let's knock a few of those chunks off. Can I find your central piece? That'd be good. I can just knock whatever is his core out. It'll be a piece of cake to looting him. Chunks. What if I could just ram? I can just ram him. And I'm just knocking pieces off now. Of course, they're just exploding. Wow, it just... not even trying. Just like... bip. Bip, bip. Yeah, these parts just are falling right off. Bip. I can't seem to not cause them to explode. At this point, apparently. Where is your, like, core, dude? Oh, looks like Puppy Guns wants to take a fight with me. Pop, pop, pop. That's what I have to say about that, buddy. Now, where is your cockpit, man? I need to figure it out so I can kill you. Oh, I see it. If I can just get... A chunk exploded off. Oh, hey, there's an intact one. More hover parts. And he just knocked some parts flying. Oh, and he dropped another piece and... Oh, ow. He just rammed me. Oh, and it blew up my piece. Dang it. You little jerk. You just blew up a piece of my vehicle. Those parts are expensive, you know? Oh, well. Can I, like, smack you? Pop. Okay, now if I can just nick. A little bit further in there. Okay, and wham. No. Well, at least I'm getting lots of hover parts. I'll just nick these and the radar. I'd like the radar. Some of my new vehicles will need radars. Alright, here we go. And pop. Pop, 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 pop. No. He's like, no, stay away from my headpiece. I need that to survive. Like, I don't care. You're stuck here. There we go. Oh. And there we go. I managed to save a number of chunks by doing that. There we go. There we go. Now we can dismantle these for cash. That's a good find. Anyway, like I said, I'll get back to the process of mining, I guess. And that'll take some time. I'm sure. But you get to watch that in high-speed operation. Unless I find something else interesting to slow down and highlight. Or leave slowed down, rather. Because I didn't slow down this part intentionally, and just started out that way. Anyway, off I go mining. Hey, 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 check it out. I found one of the Mega Booster technologies I was missing. Excellent. That one was a hard one to get. More so than it needed to be, but I'm pretty sure I didn't have that until just now. So that's great. I'm now one step ahead. One step further down the chain of technology that I was lacking. Cool. That guy spawned in and he was apparently beat up a bit, but didn't matter too much. He still exploded quite fantastically. I wonder if there would be any kind of vehicles that would be designed literally for the purpose of just exploding the moment you tried to kill them, and doing the most damage from that explosion. They're extremely valuable, but also extremely explosive. That would be kind of terrifying. A vehicle whose entire purpose is just to explode on you the moment you try to dismantle it for its valuable parts. Kind of like a trap, a specially designed vehicle just for the sake of being a trap. It's like, I dare you to try and take this vehicle on. You will not appreciate it. Or maybe even make it more like a mobile self-destruction vehicle, that it just, what it does is it tries to run into you and explode on impact as it runs into you. That would be mildly terrifying. Just like, kaboom! And everything explodes in your face. That would not be pleasant. Well, that's an idea that I just pondered up at the moment there. Anyway, back to collecting resources and whatnot. This guy looks like he might be fun to engage. Lots of batteries to explode in my face. Some valuable parts mounted on the back. And very heavily armed in the front. I'm thinking I might drop off my resources and then try and take him on. And what's that over in the distance? Looks like two vehicles fighting. Yeah. Not sure what's happening back there. That might be worth checking out. I'm going to go ahead and drop off some of my supplies real quick, and then we'll see what we can do over there. Here in a moment. Nope. I got a lot of these long blocks. Intentional, by the way. There was a lot of them. Oh. Glowy block, and right, there's trees in the way. Looks like a bunch of them are regrowing. That's good, too. But anyway. Back to business. Alright, that process is done now, so I can go and check out what we got over here. It looks like that guy is still alive. I'm gonna go ahead and head over here and try and deal with this guy first. After he turns a little bit, that way I can get a sneak up on him. Bust off some of his parts. Smash him a little bit. Boom, boom. In a moment, he's gonna explode. Boom, ba-boom, boom, boom. Pieces flying everywhere, and he's toast. Fireworks. He became my own little private fireworks show. Just had to get a good smack on him, and he's done. Alright, I don't need any more yellow blocks. Not the... Well, maybe I might for my skyscraper towers. I might need the little yellow ones, not the big ones. Get these off of here. I want to use those for selling. Okay. I don't need those cannons anymore. At least not for now. So I'm not worried about picking them up. More refineries, more cannons. Yep. The hulls are pretty good for dismantling hulls anyway. Something to take apart and... No, leave the drill in there. I didn't want to take that off. Okay. Okay, that looks to be everything I wanted. Okay, moving right along. Let's go check out the other guy. Huh. Can I just do that? Yeah, I can. Okay, good. Let's see here now. Looks like I can just drive in and maybe tear this one. Oh! Huh. Pow! In the face. In the face. In the face. Absorb a little bit of punishment. Tear off your rear wheel. That might immobilize him. Pop. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to blow up your thingy. Okay, let's see if I can't break off that last wheel. Pop! There we go. Alright. What? Do you have another wheel on there that you do? You brat. Stop moving around. That's annoying. Oh dear, my shield's done. Shield's done. Shield's done. Evacuate. Ow. Let's go ahead and recharge our shields a little bit here. Because he was pelting me there with my shields down. That's never good. Okay. Let's see about... Now that he has no wheels, he can't really get away. Let's put some repairs on the front here. I need to repair some of the damage he did to my hull. Yeah, I should have probably torn something apart before I went ahead and engaged him, but oh well, what's done is done. I did my thing. Now it's time to try something else, maybe. My dad's getting really noisy with his snoring. Sorry about that. Can't really change the fact that I live with my parents right now. Okay, get rid of these rocks. I really couldn't care less about these rocks. They're useless to me. Nope. Nothing repair over there? Okay, good. Just put that on there then. Let's slam into his front, see if we can't take off. Ow, 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 ow. My shields went down again. Dang it. He keeps taking down my shields. I guess I need to refuel a bit more than I am. Where was that repaired? Well, I may as well just go ahead and start harvesting something. Oh, hey, that's the black ore, isn't it? Yeah, it is. There we go. I can use that. Assuming some of it goes into the right thing. Gimme. Dang it. Dang it, it sold it all rather than putting it into my power capacitors. That was so... Dang it. That's annoying. I wanted to put at least one into my power capacitors. That would have helped a lot. Black ore is a lot better. The coal equivalent. Okay, come on. Take out the tree. Thank you. Didn't lose any drills. Okay. was just wondering to make... For a second there, it looked like I was missing a drill, but no, it was just my imagination. There's something big over there. I have to keep that in mind. How's my power doing? Still above, only about half. Nick a few more trees. That should help to do. Should help me get stable while I get a nice... Die, tree! It's like withholding me from getting to it somehow with its branches. Pow. Pow. Just break all these rocks and trees down and get some ore and other materials. Okay. Now, is that yellow guy still over there? Yeah, I think he is. Did I do enough damage to finally uncover where his cockpit is and then take it out? Yes, I did actually. So now I should be able to... Oh man, this is going to be annoying to get at. Okay. Easy does it. Bam. There we go. There we go. Don't blow everything up, please. Oh, it all exploded. I was hoping I could nick the batteries, but the guy designed it in such a way as to make it really hard to get those batteries without them all exploding the moment he falls apart. Yeah, not a single battery survived. That sucks. Not sure what else I could have done. Maybe just maybe I might have been able to do a funky thing, perhaps. A funky thing, yeah. Funky monkey thing. That looks like a big tough vehicle over there. Tearing up the terrain. What is this over here, though? That looks like a big pain in the butt to fight. I think I'll pass on that guy. Back to harvesting, I guess. Or maybe fighting one of these pests. Not dead yet, buddy. Pop. Come on. There we go. Dealt with him. Now, what's this guy look like? Annoyance. Cockpit's in the front. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Okay. No, I'm stuck again. Stinking little yellow crystal, get out of my way. Start breaking. Face in. Oh, come on, you have only got, like, what, 2 wheels? How are you evading me? Little... There we go. Oof. Okay. Well, he exploded. Yeah, it seems to be that if you break them off in a certain fashion, you might be able to get the resources, but if you break off too many parts, they just all start combusting. That's kind of annoying. Like, really annoying. I wish you could get more parts a little bit more easily than that. This is something I'm noticing, you know, late in the game, after like playing it for hours and hours and hours. I'm actually paying attention to this. Little fact. It's stuff like this. I usually don't pay a huge amount of attention to like little obvious details like that sometimes when it just like oh hey, by the way, this is a thing that's been happening all this time, and you're just now noticing it. Because it happens so often and it's really annoying. You were too busy doing your own thing rather than worrying about this other issue that was showing up. That's something I do, and I think it's something I do a lot. It's like, if I sometimes the most obvious glaring flaw will be obvious to me, will be like, not obvious, will be like, the most obvious glaring flaw is just I'm oblivious to. For the longest time. And it's when it finally starts to become annoying to me that I start to actually pay attention to it. Which means in some cases, I guess, it's a good thing in some cases, because usually people who have like an obvious glaring flaw in their personality to other people are not so obvious to me. I don't care. It's like, they don't bug me the same way as they might bug other people. Which is a good thing, I guess. It means I'm a little bit more tolerant of somewhat obnoxious behavior, I guess. Or something just out of place about a person that other people don't like, but I don't really care about, so it's like no big deal. I can't claim I'm, like, awesome in that regard, because sometimes being oblivious to an obvious issue means, well, you're not 100% the best at guessing how well a team might work together. You need to be more observant of obvious issues that they might have, you know, working together. So as like a commander, you might have, like a group commanding, might have other issues that I'm not readily aware of. I mean, like group dynamic. Group dynamic compatibility would be the words I'm trying to put together, I think. Because some groups just won't go together, and I might be oblivious to that. I might be somewhat oblivious to that. I mean, some things are obvious, and I'll be able to immediately detect that. And, or if it's declared to me, it would make more sense to me, like, yeah, you won't go together. So, that's a thing that I might have trouble with, but sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's semi-obvious, sometimes it's like absurdly obvious, and sometimes it's just told to me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, that is kind of obvious. An obvious glaring flaw for something that would make things difficult. But that's just, I'm just kind of random like that sometimes. Anyway, back to, your regularly scheduled, high-speed operations. Okay. Somebody decided to attack my base. It apparently didn't go well for them because they exploded all over the place, but, that drew my attention. Now I'm wondering what exactly did they do to my base when they decided to commit a suicidal explosion nearby and decided to explode into a bajillion pieces next to it. Looks like it's mostly intact. Another hover drive piece. I'll go ahead and pick that up. Yeah, it doesn't look like much really got damaged. I mean, not much was lost. Let's check out the defenses. You seem to be mostly intact. How about you? Your cannons are still operational and intact. The walls are usually pretty durable, so as long as the turrets are fine, then I don't have really much to worry about. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and drop this stuff off and get back to work. This extra loot I've picked up. This rock is bugging me. Tear it down. Okay. Back inside. You know, I had a random thought. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if you could have like a special system that you could turn on or off, and that would basically when you build something on a seed, on a certain specific world seed, you could effectively share that with the world, and the world, if they use that same seed, they'd find all those parts and things that you built there and that you left behind, or other kind of similar stuff. That'd be really kind of neat, just to have that kind of option. I mean, it would be kind of obnoxious in some regards as well, because I imagine, well, all the stupid stuff some people will leave on some random seed that would be really obnoxious to have to deal with sometimes. If it would be absolutely worthless to YouTubers, I imagine, because as soon as somebody saw that their favorite YouTuber was using a specific seed, they'd go like, "Oh, I want to go build stuff and have him run into it." And in some cases, that could be a really big jerk that says that, like, "Oh, hey, I can really mess with this YouTuber. Let's build a whole bunch of these stupid dickmobiles." That would be so obnoxious. So that wouldn't be so great in that sense. But under any other particular circumstances, that'd be kind of neat. It'd be kind of on a server, but not quite, perhaps, because you wouldn't be actually playing with other people, but you'd have all these weird contraptions that would show up in specific areas presented by other players. That would be kind of neat. Imagine like running into this giant base just sitting there, like my base, like just sitting there with all this stuff in it, and you'd be like, "Oh man, this will be great. I just need to get through the defenses just to loot the thing." And tear the base apart for all the parts it has. That'd be great. That'd be kind of great, just to be able to like present like this obstacle for people to have to take over in order to successfully claim this base they found there. Admittedly, you could make like a encounter or something of that sort by building it all in one block, all as one object, and then saying, "Use this as an invasion item," perhaps, or perhaps present it as some kind of item that the makers could upload. But at the same time, the developers would probably be like, "This is probably too big." I wouldn't naturally put it in the game. This thing is way too big. It's way too big. Cannot take it. Because, I mean, as it is right now, anything that is remarkably huge as a vehicle is automatically kind of, like, problematic. In fact, as I got into the upper echelon of vehicles, it's become almost unbearable. So I have to keep my vehicles smaller if I'm going to actively use them. Otherwise, it's going to be absolute heck to deal with all the lag that occurs because of all the huge things spawning in to cause me trouble. They're trying to match up something equally to me, and it results in me getting destroyed, basically, by the lag. Not by the actual vehicles, but by the lag caused by the vehicles spawning in. I mean, even now, some of the vehicles that spawn in are really quite well armed and ridiculous. So when you start amping it up to, like, 11 with all the hugest of vehicles you've ever seen, yeah, that's a problem. Not really an easily solvable one either. At least not in this current state of the game. I don't know if there's some optimization that could be done to make the game a little bit more stable for larger vehicles of absurd scale, but right now I don't really see it being a possibility. And I know that my base is probably up there as one of the most absurd constructs I've seen thus far, because That thing's really huge. It looks like there's a bunch of them, just a bunch of pieces just floating right now. Oh well. That's gonna happen. I mean, pretty much it was already declared before this point that when its pieces started floating initially, that it was gonna basically start happening. And I'd have to realize that for any future constructs I made anyway. Still, it's still annoying. I wish those things did not float like that. But yeah, anyway, back to speed build.